Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Parveen Babbar from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Today we are going to teach about the module KOHA from the paper Information Communication Technology for Libraries. So students, let's see what we are going to learn from this module. We will learn about the KOHA software today. We will learn about the history of KOHA. We will understand the features of KOHA. Then we will understand about the LibLime KOHA and Waterby solutions. We will also know about the Delhi Public Library where the KOHA has been implemented in India. We will also understand the KOHA architectures and what are the important tools being used in KOHA. To introduce now KOHA, KOHA is an first open source integrated library software. It is basically a ILS. The name KOHA comes from a Maori term which is known as gift or a donation. KOHA is a web-based ILS with a SQL database, that is MySQL preferred one, with backend and cataloging data stored in the MARC or accessible via Z39.50. KOHA is an ILS that has state-of-art web interface. It is enriched content, faceted navigation, it has keyword searching, it has user contribution, and it is RSS, which is rich site summary with the feeds that makes it a unique software. KOHA has 4 specific language websites. It includes French, Chinese, Italian, and Spanish. KOHA software was initially developed in New Zealand by Katipo Communications Limited and was first developed in the year 2000 January for Horowenia Library Trust. Since the original implementation, KOHA has been adopted by thousands of libraries worldwide, each adding features and functions, deepening the capability of the software. With the release of KOHA 3.0 version in the year 2005 and the integration of the powerful Zebra indexing engine, the software became a viable, scalable solution for libraries of all kinds. There are about 47 languages of the world that the software is accessible to and has been partially translated into 62 languages. The latest release in KOHA version is 3.14, which was released in November 21st, 2003. The screen shows the major websites of KOHA with different languages like English language, the site with French language, Chinese language, Italian language, and Spanish language. The screen shows some of the 47 languages in which translation of KOHA are available. The features of KOHA include full acquisition module, complete with budgets, book funds, supplier and exchange rates. It's fully feature circulation with circulation rules customizable to suit the libraries. The KOHA has all the features of OPAC plus enhanced content from sources like Amazon, Google Books, etc. It provides access to all the data in the database and a reporting engine for queries. It has customizable item types and is compatible with barcode scanner RFID technology. KOHA manages users including integration with systems like LDAP, Radius, Active Directory, and SML to allow single sign-on. Some other features of KOHA includes full text indexing engine to allow fast and powerful searching of all of metadata and use of standards including MARC 21, Unimark, Z39.50, SRUSW, SIP2, and many more. It provides automated overdue notices either by email or SMS and can work in consortia, multi-branch or single-branch mode. It has been translated into nearly 47 languages and has an offline circulation module. Koha can be used with any SIP2 compliant self-check machines, and its search results are classified for easier drilling down. LibLime Koha is the most advanced open source integrated library system used today by hundreds of libraries worldwide. It is fully web-based and requires no software to install on desktop computers or servers. Using cloud hosting environment, there is for no need to maintain the server or IT resources in the library. It gets upgrades, backups, and general system maintenance are maintained by the LibLime IT experts. The LibLime Koha features includes fully developed ILS functionality, web-based solution. It is easy to use, has parent-child relationship. It also provides extensive support, has enhanced matching policy, provides batch mode, support for industry standards configurations, has XML tag mark record storage, and provides support for third party. Bywater Solutions is a high-quality support and implementation company dedicated to provide libraries with a lower cost, more advanced level of support for Koha ILS than a traditional proprietary solution can offer. It supports Koha implementation with library systems of all sizes. Bywater Solutions support not only lowers the cost of implementing and maintaining an ILS, but more importantly, empowers libraries by giving them the flexibility and freedom they deserve. In year 2009, Bywater Solution was started with its first client, Goodwin College, and now has a partner base of over 800 libraries, making them one of the largest Koha service providers in the world. The screen shows Bywater Solution demo login page. To know about the Delhi Public Library, it is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Culture and it is governed by the Delhi Library Board, which is fully financed by the Government of India. The DPL was started as a UNESCO project in the year 1951 by the Government of India. Delhi Public Library has a network of zonal libraries, branch libraries, sub-branch libraries, RC libraries, community libraries. Then we have the deposit libraries in it. We have the mobile libraries, braille libraries, etc., which are spread all over the Delhi. The Delhi Public Library is also one of the fourth recipient library under the provision of delivery of books and newspapers, which is Public Libraries Act of 1954. From a small library located in Old Delhi, it has since been developed into a premier public library system in the country, covering the entire metropolitan city, consisting of a central library, a zonal library. It has 3 branch libraries, 23 sub-branch libraries, 3 community libraries. Then we have 12 resettlement colonies libraries and 1 braille library. We have 73 mobile service points with the DPL and almost 22 deposit stations. Delhi Public Library has a network of zonal libraries, branches and sub-branches. It has RC branch libraries, community libraries, deposit stations, mobile library, braille library, etc. spread all over the Delhi. From a small library located in Old Delhi, it has since been developed into a premier public library system in the country, covering the entire metropolitan city, consisting of a central library, a zonal library, 3 branch libraries, 23 sub-branch libraries, 3 community libraries, 12 resettlement colonies libraries, 1 braille library, 73 mobile service points, and 22 deposit stations. The organizational structure of Delhi Public Library can be seen on the screen. Delhi Public Library started computerization in the year 1995, and in year 1997 it started using CDS-ISIS to create the database of books received under the Delivery of Books and Newspaper Act. Koha was implemented in the year 2007 in Delhi Public Library, and retroconversion was done with 52,681 records in English, and similarly there were 38,180 records in Hindi which were transported from CDS-ISIS. About 2.5 lakh records were entered in Koha up to the year 2012 through in-house manpower. At present, Delhi Public Library is having more than 1.5 million records in the Koha and is being used in all libraries through a centralized setup of Koha 3.10.03 version. Now, Koha is based on a client-server architecture. The server can be installed on a server running Linux or Linux or Unix or Mac. However, it is always recommended that operating system is Debian Linux, although Koha can run on any modern operating system like we have Ubuntu, Fedora, and many more. Koha client workstations requires only a web browser. It requires a graphical browser or even a text browser for the OPEC can work. The Koha functions on personal computers running Windows, the personal running computers with Linux, Macs, or even Unix workstations. Even the Koha runs over the TCP/IP network and accommodates low bandwidth connections. The Koha architecture divides the software into 3 different layers. These layers are: the first one is the database layer, which manages access to the DBMS, that is database management system. The processing layers, the second one, which manages the processes which requires the users, and the third one is the formatting layer, which contains templates for the HTML presentations. Koha essential requirements for installation includes Koha latest version, Apache web server, a relational database management system, that is MySQL, Perl modules, and Linux or any other flavor of Linux or Windows server. The links are given on the screen. The basic modules of Koha includes administration module, which shows various system parameters for the functioning of Koha. It has cataloging module, which enables cataloging through manual or through import procedures of new documents and modifying the existing ones. It has serial module, which enables cataloging of serials. It has got circulation module for the checking in and out of the documents. It's for reservations and renewals. The other modules include patron management module, which holds data about the patrons, patron number, contact information, image. It has search module, which enables searching and browsing in the catalog. Finally, it has online public access catalog, which gives the patron an online interface of the library. The screen shows the interface of Koha system, in which databases with patron data, circulation data, bibliographic data interacts bidirectionally with all the Koha software modules, while librarian interface interacts with patrons, cataloging, and circulation interface, while librarian interface interacts with patrons, cataloging, and circulation. Patron interface interacts with OPEC module. Koha allows setting various parameters which control the operating environment of the library. It includes library branches, which allows defining branch categories, branches, and contact information. It has item types, which defines library items, set rental charges of any amount of user for borrowing items. Not for loan is for item types which do not leave the library or not to be issued. Similarly, it includes defining browser categories, enrollment periods, upper age limit, and age required for each user type. One can define issuing and fines based on borrower categories, item types, and circulation units. Similarly, can make list of all the words Koha should ignore when performing catalog searches or building the index. It allows servers for searching using Koha Z39.50 client for cataloging to add servers, enter the domain name or IP address of the server, the port number to use, and the name of the database to access. It also allows to set up accounts that keep track of expenditures for library materials. Talking about the Koha administration, it shows various system parameters for the functioning of Koha library branches, item types, the category of browsers, the charges taken from the different types. System preference is the most important module of Koha. It deals with administration and the maintenance part of Koha. Only librarian, administrator, or a person of similar designation can hold access rights to this module. Others cannot. So, it is only the administrator, librarian, and the persons of similar designation, higher designations can hold the copyrights, the rights, access rights of it. The Koha administrator set the global system preferences, like it manages the global system preferences like mark, flavors, data format, administrator emails, and templates. It also set the basic preferences for defining the libraries and its groups, its item types, and used for the circulation titles. Similarly, it defines the categories and authorized values for them. It also set the preferences for patrons and circulation and defines patron categories. The circulation and the fines rules are also for combination of libraries are being decided. Then we have patron categories and item types. It also has preferences for patron attribute types, library transfer limits, transport costs metrics, item circulation alerts, cities and towns, and finally we have the road types. So, Koha administration allows setting the preferences for catalog, which involves mark bibliographic framework, Koha to mark mapping, keyword to mark mapping. Then we have mark bibliographic framework test, authority types, classification sources, record matching rules, and OAI set configurations. Finally, it also sets the parameters for acquisition, which has currencies and exchange rates. We can also have the parameters of budgets and the funds which are being provided. Last but not the least, it has important additional parameters for Z39.50 client targets. The screen shows the administration module of Koha, which shows the basic parameters for patrons and circulations. It also displays the parameters of catalog, acquisition, and additional features. The screen shows login window of Delhi Public Library showing all the member libraries. In the Koha OPAC module, Koha provides a full-functioned online public access catalog. The OPAC users can carry out searches starting from 10 fields like keyword, we have subject, titles, class, barcode, authors, publishers, and various other fields. As in the librarian interface, they can order the results according to several criterias. OPAC users who are logged in members can place reservations on the library items. The logged in members can select records from an OPEC search and retrieve them by email, either in human readable form or in an ISO 2709 format file. Like ISO 2709 file can be processed using bibliographic software like we have EndNote and others. So the OPEC users can also submit suggestions for acquisitions. Koha automatically informs the OPEC user by email of the action taken on each suggestion. This screen shows OPEC module of Delhi Public Library. The screen shows OPEC module of Delhi Public Library showing the results of a search. In the patrons module of Koha, the members or the borrowers module makes it possible to manage not only the individual borrowers but also institutions. Each member belongs to a category. The member category defines the minimum or maximum ages for members of the category. Now, by entering the borrower's library card number into the librarian's interface, the librarian can see the financial standing of the borrower, that is, what are the charges due with the borrower or borrower reservations if there are any, and her outstanding loans. One can also set permission flags for the librarian members. The screen shows patron module of Delhi Public Library showing the patron's details of a member. The screen shows child member of Delhi Public Library showing the patron details of a member under the child member group, that is CMG. The circulation module of Koha helps in borrowing a book from any branch. One can also return an item at any branch. One can reserve an item from any branch. It allows circulation rules which can be defined very finely by the library for each member category. One can have the item category and the holding branch of the item. The duration of the loan and the maximum number of books loanable can be also defined in this module. Returning items like checking in is extremely easy in Koha. One has to simply scan the barcodes of the items being returned. The screen shows the circulation module of Delhi Public Library, Sarojini Nagar branch. The module has a regular functions of checkout, check-in, transfer and set library. The offline circulation is also possible, through which .koc file can be uploaded to update the circulation data. This module also gives reports on holds, overdues and fines. The screen shows the circulation history of a patron at Delhi Public Library. The cataloging module of Koha is one of the principal strong points of Koha. How? There are several frameworks which can be defined to do different cataloging for monographs, electronic resources, periodicals, etc. It allows importing records in ISO 2709 format, that is the MARC reservoir, and through Z39.50 client also for fast cataloging. One or more copy records can be attached in each bibliographic record. To accelerate the cataloging, Koha also provides management to the MARC record reservoir in ISO 2709 format and Z39.50 client that can access several Z39.50 servers. The catalog data can be displayed in MARC format in very simplified form. Searches can be performed on any MARC field. Advanced functions like search on one word, the beginning of the field, greater than, less than, etc. are also available in this module. The screen shows circulation module of Delhi Public Library with a new record creation. In the serials module, it is possible to register subscriptions with reviews and to track the arrival of periodicals. The serial modules manages late issues, skipped issues and the claims with the suppliers. The Koha manages complex classifications, allowing the librarian to work with 11 different publication periods, that is from daily newspapers to annual publications, with delayed publications and with publications out of sequence. The serial module of Koha is state of the collection which can be defined, which will synthesize the missing publications, received publications, and many more. The state of the collection can be also displayed differently in the OPAC also and the librarian interface. The screen shows the serial module of Delhi Public Library with addition of new subscription to the serials. The acquisition module has the functions like setup of budgets, funding, set the vendors, addition and deletions. One can manage the contracts and suggestions. The common functions of placing the orders, creating a basket, receiving the orders, invoicing, claims and late orders. The module also make acquisition searches. The simple and full acquisition are possible in Koha. The screen shows the acquisition module of Delhi Public Library. The administrator can allot one or more of the capabilities to each staff member, like super librarian has access to all functions. It can carry out circulation tasks, search the catalog, administer the system parameters. One can manage the public users like addition, modification, restriction, etc. One can administer staff access to functions. One has space reserves on item for any borrower. One can place reserves for oneself. One can also loan items to borrower. The user can manage the catalog, manage the fines and fees levied against members. The screen shows the report availability in Koha. One can get guided reports which can be designed through the wizard or through the SQL. The statistics wizard provides the reports related to acquisition, patrons, catalog, circulation, serials, and holds. The librarians can get the top list for the highest checking out patrons and most circulated items. They can similarly see the inactive patrons and items. Some other reports are important. Some other important reports include item lost, average loan item, and reconciliation. The Koha report also provides the reports dictionary. The screen shows the top list of patrons for checkout reports at Delhi Public Library. The screen shows the most circulated items at Delhi Public Library. So to conclude, we can say Koha is a free and open source library automation package which frees the library from vendor lock-in and allow customization. It allows control of the library's data at no cost. Koha has become worldwide popular with thousands of installations with around translations in 62 languages. Now Koha is built by a community of open source experts who are interested in the development and maintenance of the software. Koha is installed in diverse libraries ranging from academic, public, legal, research, corporate and specialist libraries as it was told in the chip in the module. Koha users are getting advantage from a vivacious and enthusiastic open source community with thousands of installations in the world. The accessibility through and ease of use in the libraries is the strength of the Koha. Koha has been successfully implemented and have become a landmark in the renowned libraries like National Library of Venezuela, having 7 million volumes. We have DPL in India, which has 1.8 million volumes being included, and the United Nations Food and Agriculture Library having around 1 million volumes in it. Delhi Public Library is one of the best successful example in India demonstrating the implementation of open source library software usage.